There's actually something super calming about a reef tank illuminated by a full spectrum of light. My name is Remy and welcome back to another Brightwell Aquatics video. We've got an exciting 2026 lined up, and if you want to join me on that journey, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. Today, I'm transporting you to a good friend of mine here in the St. Louis area. His name is Tyler, inland_reef on Instagram. And at first glance, you might be wondering if you're looking at freshwater aquariums. There's no typical heavy blue light, and that is most certainly intentional. What you're looking at here is a reef tank built to look like what you'd actually see if you go snorkeling in the Caribbean or shallow reefs or intertidal zones. And once you sit in front of these tanks for a minute, it kind of resets your expectations of what a reef tank can be. Aside from lighting, one of the most important ideas behind these tanks is a reefing in a way that fits real life. So Tyler travels a lot, which means super finicky, high maintenance corals are not realistic. Tyler's aquariums were designed to thrive with stability and consistency, basic dosing needs, and this philosophy really shows up when we talk about managing phosphates and nitrates. He uses neonitro and neophos to keep those numbers in line. Just make sure that if you're testing at home and you get 0 phosphates and 0 nitrates, you're gonna wanna raise those levels because you're starving your corals. Neophos and neonitro will bring these numbers back in line. One of the first things that Tyler gets comments on is his lighting. This tank runs as close to full spectrum as LEDs will allow, instead of that heavy blue that I think the hobby is so used to these days. Not to mention, the fish actually stand out a lot more too. They don't disappear into the background. They look like they should moving through the environment. Tyler's aquascapes lean heavily into that lagoon idea. So there's driftwood in this tank. This is something you almost never see in a saltwater system, especially at the hobbyist level. It's been here for about 3 years, and yes, there are some setbacks like attracting hair algae, and it also has a tendency to lower pH just a little bit. But instead of fighting all of that, it's been allowed to mature. And over time, coral has actually started growing on the wood itself, which is really cool. Macroalgae plays a role too, and this has always been a thing in Tyler's tanks. It's carefully controlled though. He recently had some caulerpa take off, so he acquired this really awesome caulerpa eating slug. There seems to be an herbivore for just about everything. He's also got some turtle grass on the substrate. It grows well, it responds well to trimming. It's like cutting the lawn, and it also fits really, really well in this lagoon aesthetic. One of the most striking features of Tyler's tanks are his mangroves. Tyler's mangroves have been featured in many aquarium publications over the years. Red mangroves physically pull the aquascape out of the water. This is huge. It breaks the illusion that everything has to exist inside the glass box. It naturally draws your eye upward and makes the system feel bigger than it actually is. You might be surprised to find out that each of these tanks is only 45 gallons. And when you have 12 to 15-year-old mangroves, you also get the shelter and the aesthetic that those prop roots bring. So if you've got mangrove propagules, just sit back, relax, it's gonna be a while. Tyler also has a freshwater black mangrove tank. Black mangroves are fascinating because even in freshwater, they can still pull salts and excrete through their leaves. You can actually see those crystals forming. Growth patterns here are completely different, and black mangroves grow so much slower. I really, really like this tank and the little fish. It's so cool. These tanks are a reminder that reef keeping doesn't have to be complex to be beautiful. And I will say it's so much easier to shoot video in this kind of light. At the end of the day, you have to reef the way that you like. That comes with experience, and it will most certainly change over time. This hobby is personal, so own it. You can most certainly find neophos and neonitro at any of your local fish stores or your favorite online retailers. We've got more information at brightwellaquatics.com. I want to thank Tyler for letting me come over and do some shooting here. He actually did some of these shots as well. You can visit his Instagram at inland_reef. Go give him a follow, and I will see you in the next one.